Hi, this is Chris McKee of www.chrisshealthytips.com, and today we're going to be talking about fat, good fat and bad fat. There's actually a book that was written called Fats That Heal and Fats That Kill, and it's really important to understand the role fats play in the body. So let's go back down, like we've done before, to the cell, which is so important, and every single cell in your body is made up of fat on the outer part. And it's so important that every time you build a new cell that you have really good fat in that cell, because what happens is nutrition comes into the cell and waste products go out of the cell. So you need to have this membrane that's really fluid. So let's talk about bad fats first. Those that are in the chips and the fast food and the partially hydrogenated oils and the trans fats and all those things are really damaging fats and very inflammatory in the body. So I want you to think of those fats as actually Crisco, okay? And you know how thick Crisco is, right? And then I want you to think about how nice and fluid olive oil is. Which would you rather have in your cell, Crisco or olive oil? Well, I think you probably want olive oil, right? So we don't want this in our cell. So let's talk about good fats. Olive oil being one of the really great ones. Now the caution on olive oil is it does not heat up really well without damaging it. So you want to keep it on very low heat, or just make your salad dressings out of it or drizzle it over vegetables after you've cooked them. That's really great. Now for the higher heat, one of the things I really love is coconut oil. And yes, it is a saturated fat, but it's a very different type of saturated fat. Your body metabolizes it differently, and it holds up to heat really well. And actually, if it's cold, it will be solid like Crisco, and you can replace it in baking like you would Crisco. So it's one of my favorites. The other thing I love is butter. Who doesn't love butter? And butter is a saturated fat, but in moderation, butter is actually a very healthy fat. It's not highly inflammatory. Now, what about food fats? There's fats in nuts, and these are some of my favorite things, is raw nuts. So I have got some walnuts here that are full of omega-3s, and almonds, which I love, and these are wonderful protein and fat sources. And then we have flaxseed. Now flaxseed is a really wonderful fat, and you can buy flaxseed oil, or if you choose to use it fresh, you want to make sure you grind it and use it fresh. Don't buy pre-ground flaxseed because the oils can go rancid. Now, one of the top fats, the star of the show, is fish oil. Now, this is an omega-3 and this is an omega-3, but the difference is this has something called DHA and EPA in it, which is different than the flax fat. And this is very highly anti-inflammatory. And as we age, when we've had a lot of bad fats in our diet, or just with aging, we get a lot of inflammation. And so these types of fats in the fish oil are really helpful for what I call your itises, tendinitis, arthritis, bursitis, colitis, diverticulitis. Anything with itis on the end means it's inflammation. So those types of fats in the fish oil are very helpful. And a real key thing with fish oil is that you want to make sure who you're getting it from. Know the company, know where they're getting their fish from, know how they make it. Are they screening it for toxins? Because we have so many heavy metals in our waters these days. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of things today. We talked about good fat and bad fat. And enjoy your good fats. Drizzle your olive oil over your vegetables. Add a little dab of butter to things to make it enjoyable. Eat your raw nuts and seeds. And take your fish oil every day. And you know what? You'll be on the path to some great health. Back again next time, and make sure and visit www.chrisshealthytips.com for some great recipes. Bye for now.